and rebuilt his life. He came years before his wife and daughter, who's my mother, and they rebuilt a life here in Canada. And my father is of Irish extraction, and despite the success that he has and has had in his life, he still keeps a few signs in his office. One that says, Irish need not apply, and Irish not welcome. That's just from a few generations ago. And those signs, one of them, he told me he was displayed prominently in a shop in Montreal, and the other was displayed prominently in a shop in New York City. So that is my history. I also watched as my father apologized to the Japanese-Canadian population for the internment that they suffered in the Second World War in Canada, in this country. And I also watched as he fought and shepherded the world community to condemn apartheid in South Africa. And I watched as he set up the UN Summit on Children, which oversaw education and health for the global community of children. These are things that I witnessed as a child, and what I realized is that the fight for human rights and the fight for freedom is not a left issue or a right issue or an issue left to politicians. It is not something for left to the wisdom of the aged or the enthusiasm of the youth. It is for all of us to pick up. It is our responsibility. I said it before, there are a great many of us who will protest to support anytime we see someone trampling our rights, but very few people stand up for their responsibilities. You cannot have rights without responsibilities. And so on a day like today, I hope that all of you take away with you the fact that we have a responsibility to stand up for our rights. And that it is your responsibility to ensure that we never see another sign that says Irish not welcome, or that we never see another regime like apartheid, because as easily as it happened in the past, it can happen again. And it is up to your generation and my generation, the people sitting here and the people who will ultimately hear these stories tonight, to fight for those rights. That's my ride. To fight for those rights, to do so with conviction, enthusiasm, and to realize that if you don't stand up for somebody else, who's going to stand up for you? So that's all I have to say. I'm just a TV host. What do I know? We're going to move on to the reason we're here today. First of all, we have a lot of schools from all over the GTA here today, and we want to thank you all. So we've got, among others, we've got the Bill Crothers Secondary School, Bishop Morocco Thomas Merton, Central Etobicoke High School, EC Drury High School. Yeah, shout it out if you know it. Go ahead. Father Brasani Catholic High School, what up? And Father Michael McGivney. Clearly a very popular father. Okay, I'd like to introduce Senator Linda Frum. Senator Frum is an extremely accomplished person. She's a former writer for the National Post, author of 3 books. I think I've read 3. Working on my 3rd book. Recipient for a documentary she co-produced, a Gemini recipient